guests and honorable judges, good evening. I'm Jeremy, and today I would like to bring your attention to something that is not uncommon in our daily lives. That is the twins. I found this topic very interesting because recently I met a friend. She's a girl, and she is a twin. And yesterday, or recently, it's not yesterday, I browsed her Facebook page and I look at her pictures and found one picture very interesting. That is like this. It's her and her sister. And then suddenly a question popped out from my mind, and that is why they look so similar, yet different. They are different. So today, as a student previously studying biology, I would like to analyze these questions with you and also bring some insight of biology to you. Okay, first, I would like to ask the question, why the identical twins look so similar? I think most of you have the answer, but I would like to bring you back to your high school. Your high school teacher may have taught this. You know, how do females become pregnant? Firstly, the egg needs to be released from ovary of female, right? And then after sexual intercourse, and then the sperms, millions of sperms may swim upstream to meet the eggs. And these eggs may be fertilized. One of them will be fertilized with the sperm. Okay, this is the fertilization process. And this egg normally will grows into an individual. Become an individual, a baby into an individual. But in some occasions, the eggs will split into two different entities. And this is the origin of the eggs, the identical twins. So from this, we can infer that the twins share the same genetic makeup. That is what we call DNA. And these DNAs, basically, they are the inheritable factors that were passing down from one generation to another. This DNA stores the essential information that makes who you are right now. And this DNA tells your cells what to do and what not to do. So basically, this is your DNA is very crucial. But in genetics, we have a very important law called central dogma. Basically, it's a theory telling that the information flow from DNA to RNA and to proteins. You know, in our cells, actually, what is the main character? Who is the main character? It is not DNA. It is the proteins. They are the proteins that plays the main function of our cells. So proteins are very important. Then we have to come back to our first question: why they are so similar? Because they have the same protein expression, right? Because they are proteins that perform the functions. We can take an analogy like this. This is a recipe I taken from the website. It's telling us how to make potato farls, and then this basically represents the DNA. DNA stores the information, right? And this recipe is also telling you how to make a potato farls. And our proteins are just like you. It is you that make the food rather than the recipe making the food. So it is you that perform the function. So when the identical twins are the same, it is because basically you follow the same recipe. So you will get very similar results. So this is our first answer to the question, why they are identical. But does life only follow the instructions stored in DNA? This is the core of my talk. We have to ask the second question, why they are different. They are different. It is because our body actually is a very dynamic and complicated system. It interacts with the environment since it comes to its existence. It's not just like staying alone machine, but it interacts with the environment. The environmental factors may change your behaviors, such as like the weather will change your emotion. And sometimes it may also change your genetic makeups. And here is an example I would like to show you. They are the twins. Can you see from the picture? But what you have found is that they actually look quite different. One is a bit chubby and another one is very thin, right? But how can this come out if we follow the first questions? They have the same genetic makeup, but they are different. It is because of environmental factors that actually change their phenotype. But we have to ask the question, why? And also I want all of you to reflect on your own experience. Did you have any friends that are identical, that have identical siblings? Do they have the same personality?
Yeah.
Generally not, right? So you may have a curiosity now. So now I want to give the answer in the recent years. And this is the question, how can our cells store and accumulate environmental effects? Because like your cells have a memory, so that this effect can passing down and influence your own existence, right? Okay, this is the question. And in recent years, biologists have found something called epigenetics. This is a new form of genetics. This word is coming from Greeks. The prefix epi means on. And basically it represents something that superimposed on the DNA. It generally changes the DNA structures through like some chemical reactions like DNA methylation or something, but generally it changes the expressions of the genes. Okay, I think it's very complicated, so I make the same analogy here, the same recipe. So here, this is the recipe I have shown you already. This recipe shows the original state of the DNA, but after you exposure to the environment, it changed to like this. So basically modify the recipe. So it express different patterns, so you will get different products. So this is how your cells react to the environment. So finally, I would like to conclude. I'll give you a take-home message. From these twin studies, you will find that actually environmental factors are very important. These environmental factors can make two identical twins into different appearance, like the picture, or even into different personalities. So don't believe those rumors such that your IQs are determined by your genes. So please go study hard, work hard, and keep a healthy lifestyle. After all, it is not the genes that make you perfect, but the environmental factors, your personal behaviors are also very important. Thank you.